Hello, Harris from Grow Life. Today I'd like to talk about one of the biggest diseases that affects a lot of people. It is a disease that I find is very common. Many people seem to be carrying it. It is a disease called comparison. We tend to compare everything with something else, be it our personal life, be it our children, be it something that we own, be it our partners, be it our physical health, how we look, our weight, our the food that we eat, just about anything that we have or is endowed to us. So I feel it is a big disease because what happens is, rather than value what you have on hand and work towards what you need, we end up comparing everything that we don't have. What becomes more important is 20% of what we don't have becomes more important than 80% of what we have. So there is something called the Pareto principle, with a principle called the 80-20 principle. Most of what we do in life or achieve in life comes from 20% of our effort and vice versa. So likewise, what we own, we may have 80 or 100 or close to 100, but we'll still be dissatisfied with the 20 that we don't have. What makes a face beautiful? What makes somebody look charming or seem charming? It is not that the person is clean and devoid of anything. The person may have a few blemishes and little marks on the face. That is the true beauty. That is the character. That is what adds value to your face. Likewise, when you take a small child and create undue comparison, that is, that child is faster than you, that child is better than you, what you do is you end up creating an expectation in the child that the child does not realize that what he or she does is more important. Unfortunately, what they deem to be important is living up to my parents' expectation. And I'm not sure if many people are aware, an average of children below 15 of around 20 children a day, apparently, I'm not sure how far this fact is correct or wrong, but I believe apparently 20 children a day take their lives owing to some huge fear or thing that they carry. It's called suicide, as they call it in various parts. The other thing is, this is kids below 15 and children below 18, close to 50 children a day, which is a shameful thing. Why should we allow a small child who's supposed to be wondering about life and nature and what surrounds that little child's life, instead of teaching the child how to deal with their capacity, their instincts, everything that we have, your hands, your legs, your mind, everything is like something that has been given to you as a gift. Instead of learning how to hit the deck running, to be street smart, making the child realize that you're as good as you are, it doesn't matter what the world believes of you, it matters what you believe of yourself. Instead of making the child have confidence, believe in themselves. Sometimes every child does not need to be the first in class. They don't need to come out tops in everything that they do. You can't have every child becoming an engineer or a doctor. Does it really matter? You need people who can go into the forest and learn about insects. You can have children who may want to be a sports educator, may turn out to be the best educator in the world. You may have a child who will become the best tennis player in the world. So rather than telling a child that you have to become this or that or whatever, a musician, a child who wants to play the guitar, where parents tell them by playing a guitar you'll ruin your life. These kind of negative reinforcements make children give up. Even ourselves. All my life I want to lose weight, I want to become thin, I want to become like ABC or like that girl or this movie star or somebody else. Do we know, or I want to be like that person, look at the house that they have, see how rich they are, how much wealth they own. Imagine if that person who seems to have such a lot of wealth, has the most fanciest cars, has 100 crores of loans and doesn't sleep at night. Would you love to exchange that for what you have today? A good night's sleep, calm and peace of mind, not too many loans to clear except what you can manage. You don't need to worry about the next month's payment to the bank because you're reasonably able to manage it. So rather than compare yourself with other people or get into competition about everything in life, learn to enjoy the moment, learn to enjoy what you have on hand today. So let us get rid of the most dangerous disease that we have in our life, which is the word called comparison. Do you value yourself? Do you value what's around you? Do you value what you own? So as I said earlier, value what you have and work towards what you need. The joy in life comes from within you, not from outside. It is not by external circumstances that don't control your life. It is what you, to a certain extent, they do. What can you do about external circumstances? You can't do anything about it. You have to deal with it. Today, we have this particular problem that's surrounding all our lives. Can we do anything about it? Can we suddenly get out and say it's all okay, we don't care? No, we have to deal with it. But what's within you, what's within your mind, the happiness that that comes from within is only what you can control. So if you first need to move towards a sense of joy, a sense of satisfaction, sense of, and as I would say to somebody, every mountain has a summit, every staircase has a landing. Now, if a child goes right to the top without a break and is the best in everything, when the child falls, child may not realize how to deal with failure. Failure is an important part. You have to teach your child, as much as you teach your child to win, teach your child to lose also, to be graceful in losing as it is to win. And I can tell you a story about a young boy that I know who was one of the fastest in his school. The child used to be winning every race and used to win every race in a 100 meter, he would win by 40 or 30 meters. This child, one day when I went to see the heats, he was standing there feeling a little sad and disappointed. I asked him what happened. He said, "No, uncle, I think today's race I'll get beaten badly." I said, "Why?" "No, this new boy's come, he's really fast." I said, "Well, who told you he's fast?" "No, he's been telling, and in our races he's going really fast. I can see that he'll win the race." I told him, there's only two things. You believe in yourself, and when you start the race, there's only two things, you and the finish line. Don't think of anything else. I said, go to the race, even if you come second, doesn't matter, but enjoy the race. Make sure you run as you always done. Just focus on the starting and the end. The boy said okay. He went for the race, and the race started. The clap happened, and the boy had taken off. And this little boy whom I spoke to won the race by the usual 40 meters that he won. The other boy was nowhere in the picture. He comes back and he tells me, "Uncle, great, I love your advice, but I didn't change anything for him. It was just his mind that was telling him that you will lose." So your mind is so powerful. Unless you learn to manage what you believe, it can make a world of difference to you. So let us teach our children to lose. Let us teach our children to, not just follow. Teach them to lead. They don't need to be a leader who can take 100 people along with them. Just like you need to, once in a while be a follower, sometimes you need to be also a leader. So vice versa, you also need to be a follower sometimes, a leader sometimes, and a follower. So it is important to teach your child to lead and not worry that he needs to be like everybody else. He may be brilliant in what he does. Why should he be doing everything that everybody else does? Let him find his little place under the sun. There is something that he loves doing. There is something that he enjoys. See if he can make a career out of it. See if he can build towards it. But more than anything else, make sure that he doesn't destroy his confidence. Children need to feel confident. Children need to enjoy their childhood. Children need to feel that today is what matters. I need to, give it a little effort. I'm not asking them to become lazy, but please don't keep breaking their confidence by telling them, or yourself for that matter, "I'm not good at this, that person is better than me." Everything that you say negative or put yourself or a child down affects the child in a manner that cannot be broken. So please learn to get rid of the biggest disease in life, competition and comparison. I'm not saying it's completely bad in every way. If it can engage you, it can encourage you, it can push you, then it's fine. But not if it makes you feel like you're a loser or makes you feel that you're very pale in comparison to somebody else. So I'd only tell you one piece of advice. Learn to enjoy life for what it is. Learn to live the moment. Learn to value what you have. And if you really want something, learn to work towards what you need. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a lovely day. And above all, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, and your comments I really appreciate. When you subscribe, please press there is a little button which says all. Would love you to subscribe to all my videos. The more subscribers I get, the more excited I feel, and I would love to make a difference to your life as you would to me if you would subscribe to my videos. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Harris, Grow Life.